all I said.
An interesting play there from that dog.
Yes, an interesting play there by that dog.
It's amazing, isn't it, how well these dogs have taken to the game of poker.
Well, it's certainly a big hit compared to dog snooker.
Dog snooker was a bit of a misstep by Dave. In hindsight, they were always going to shit in the pockets. Merry Christmas, Animal. My God, what's happened to your face?
Sorry, sir. The doctor says it's brought on by stress.
What? You shouldn't be consulting doctors anymore. You work for Capulets, the country's leading pharmaceutical manufacturer. Here, try one of our new voice-activated nerve cure pills.
Doesn't seem to be working, sir.
Ah, here's the science bit. They're voice-activated, triggered in this instance and all other instances by the phrase, Merry Christmas.
It's a miracle.
No, the unsexualized birth of our tiny Lord Jesus Christ is a miracle. A miracle that we at this company have not lost sight of with our annual award-winning all-male living crib, where the winner of the company's bonniest baby competition is rewarded with the role of the aforementioned infant god.
Quite the honor, sir.
And this year I've developed a special pill to make the celebrations go with a festive swing. Don't worry, Hannamore. I'm not talking about ecstasy or PCP. This isn't some injectile morphiate or backstreet sphincter loosener. It's just wholesome Christmassy goodwill, the spirit of love and giving in a tablet. Also activated by the phrase Merry Christmas. I call it Ding Dong Merrily on High. And it's up to you to slip 600 of these into the pre-crib party punch while I show the Archbishop of Milton Keynes round the building.
The Archbishop of Milton Keynes?
Yes, His Grace is honouring us with a viewing of our famous crib.
Isn't he the one who...
Nothing was ever proved. On an unrelated note, our other big Christmas seller is to be the erectile dysfunction refunctionizer. There's nothing like Christmas for getting people in the mood for having one last desperate go at intercourse. It's being marketed as Dong Merrily on High, as I'm reliably informed that dong is a slang word for tallywhacker or piss piglet. It, too, is activated by the festive phrase, Merry Christmas. And it's up to you to hand 600 of those over to the courier, who'll be distributing them to the country's 50 most flaccid branches of Boots.
Right you are, sir.
I'm very relaxed about this assignment, Hennamore, as I can see very little possibility of any sort of a piss piglet up. The lob-on enabler is clearly labelled Dong Merrily on High, and the Christmas cheer bringer Ding Dong Merrily on High, but for a ding dong with the printers as a result of which they've omitted the first word. Clear?
Honestly?
Good lad. And here, Your Grace, is our award-winning crib, featuring the winner of our bonniest baby competition, and he certainly is an attractive little mite, as everyone here agrees. Merry Christmas! Any more? Wouldn't it be great to make everyone think we'd landed on the moon? That'd show the Soviets.
What would it show them?
Well, they'd think we'd landed on the moon and they'd be all afraid. Do this right and the Cold War could be over by 1971.
Why don't we just release the footage of the Mars landings?
No. It's vitally important that we keep the successful mission to Mars a secret. But I've got a hunch that if we pretend to have landed on the moon, that will be in some way intimidating.
Will people believe us?
Oh, I'm sure they will, to the extent that we won't even need to bother to pay much attention to detail with regard to flags and shadows and so on. Dart, you're the top spy in the Secret Service when it comes to misleading footage. What do you suggest?
Well, to start with, of course, we'll need to build a massive rocket.
Why? We're not actually going to the moon. Sorry, I thought that was the point. Have I got this wrong?
We'll need a massive rocket because the first question people will ask when we show them the footage of the moon will be, how did you get there? So we'll have to be able to say, we went in that massive rocket you saw.
So we're not actually going to make any kind of saving in terms of the cost of a massive rocket?
No, but we will be making a saving on the cost of actually going to the moon.
True. And what costs are involved in actually going to the moon?
Well, the main one, to be honest, is the massive rocket.
Any others?
Well, other than that, it's mainly catering.
So we'll make a saving on that.
Well, no. In fact, it'll probably be more expensive to cater for an entire film crew for the duration of a shoot than it would be to feed 3 astronauts.
So, I'm just wondering, we'll still have to build the massive rocket capable of going to the moon?
We will have to do that, yes.
So I was just thinking, if we've built the moon rocket, might it not be cheaper to just pop to the moon and fake the footage there?
Fake the footage of the fake moon landing on the moon? What if people found out?
That's a risk we're just going to have to take. So, you know how you were saying you were really good at cunnilingus?
Yes.
So, you're really good at cunnilingus?
Yes, I am. What?
Well, nothing. Just, well, no one else seemed very surprised.
And you are surprised?
No, I'm not. I'm not saying I'm surprised. I'm not saying I'm unsurprised. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised.
Right.
I mean, how... Do you mind talking about this?
Not at all. What do you need to know?
Well, I suppose I'm just asking, you know, when did you... I mean, who told you that you... I mean, what?
Rob, I'm very, very good at cunnilingus. I'm not boasting. I have a natural aptitude, and I've practiced very hard. Ultimately, I'm good at it because I love it. I love women.
Do you?
And it's all about the woman. It's about making the woman feel comfortable. It's just about giving yourself over to the moment, sharing yourself completely with the most intimate part of her sex.
Her fanny.
Her fanny.
Right.
Look, Rob, there's no need to be jealous. I can teach you to be good at cunnilingus.
How are you going to do that?
Sorry, Mike, could I have a quick word?
Yeah?
Just in my office, if you don't mind, not in front of everyone else. A bit private.
Okay.
Just come on in. Just come on in. Just come on in, Mike. Shut the door, would you? Take a seat, Mike.
Actually, I'll stand.
Fair enough. Now, Mike, I'm afraid it's been brought to my attention that I can't really look you in the eye because of the plant. Why did I stand? Actually, tell you what, I'll come round. Now, Mike, people in the office, and I'm not going to say who, have noticed that you've been borrowing office photocopier paper for your home printer.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have, Mike. This was found on the staff notice board.
What was?
This.
What?
This that I'm holding in my hand.
I can't see.
Oh, yeah, okay, hang on a sec. This, Mike.
Oh, that's just an invitation to my barbecue.
Yes, it is, Mike, and it's printed on paper watermarked with the M3 Digital logo, who A, supply laser printer and photocopier paper to this office, and B, do not supply to the general public. Sorry. Anyway, so you've either been taking office paper home, or you've been printing out non-work-related materials on office equipment, and either way, that's not behaviour that's acceptable from someone working in this office.
All right, Martin, I did take some paper, but there's only a few sheets.
It wasn't just a few sheets, Mike. I'm going to have to get Alan in here.